at Patrick Mahomes. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Chiefs and the Bills on Monday night.
From the home of the Bills since way back in 1973, there's a look at Highmark Stadium just outside of Buffalo, New York. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And we are underway in Buffalo. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out of Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touchdown.
Defense.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. A give to Pacheco off the option. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 4. Mahomes now to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Here's 3rd and 3. Mahomes going to throw. And that is incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Here's Jones. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally. Kept the ball clean and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
It's complete to Cook. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, they showed a 5-receiver set, had the backfield empty, and lined the running back out to the left. Plenty for the quarterback to process both pre- and post-snap, but he was able to find his man, and it turns into a big play.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 42-yard line. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Allen going to throw. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 13.
Throwing now is Allen. Shakir holds it in. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. The visitors' offense, led by their running back, headed out for the 2nd possession. And they've used him quite a bit in the passing game as you take a look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards by a running back, and he's right there in the mix. In his own end zone, it's Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Escape. And Mahomes is going to come down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away, because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that flag accepted. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Cook up the gut. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5.
They run it again with Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
This defense for the Chiefs very strong in that victory a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And now they'll throw with Allen.
That's taken in. It's Keon Coleman.
Takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle.
2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line.
To throw, it's Allen.
Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid.
And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 19. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Allen. His throw incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Here's Allen. Throw left side complete. That's Coleman. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now Allen again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
The kick by Bass is good, and that will push the lead up to 5. So it's our first offensive points of the game so far, and it gives us a very rare scoreline. We don't see this one often, 5-0.
Yeah, it's been sort of a weird one to this point, hasn't it? But hey, in this league, you take points any way you can get them.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it 2nd and 7. They run it with Pacheco from the gun, and he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And he will have a Chiefs first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. The Chiefs at 3 and 4 on the year coming into play. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
Here's 2nd and 3. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. It's complete. This is Starks. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 45-yard line. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Just a gain of a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Now here's Mahomes. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
They start the drive with Cook. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Now Allen. That one out wide and intercepted. He's still on his feet. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different colored jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
KC's offense ready to take over. And after the interception, they'll take over with good starting field position here. Down by 2 as they begin with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes.
They'll set up the screen to Pacheco.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Second down in the yard. Pacheco gets it up the gut.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first. Butker's kick here is good, and with it, they have taken the lead.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Right back to Atwell. That's complete. 2 yards still to go. Third down now.
Pass 85, pass 85. What's that? What's that?
Allen now looks to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Throwing now is Mahomes.
That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. To throw, it's Mahomes.
That's into the hands of Worthy once again.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Completes this one to start. 7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7 and their first down, Chiefs.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Mahomes going to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
Mahomes now to throw. That is caught. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Now Mahomes. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. Butker's kick here is good, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Past the halfway point of the season, and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the 2nd half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air. And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the 1st down.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. In motion, the tight end. Throwing now is Allen.
Open man is Atwell, complete.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. The slot man in motion right.
And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Now Allen.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 38-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, they'll throw with Allen.
He'll get this one complete to Atwell.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
From the 29, here's 2nd and a yard.
Here's Allen to throw it.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. To throw, it's Allen.
Right back to Cook for another completion.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Now 2nd and 3.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Here's Allen. That's complete right around the 8. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down. A nice, consistent gain.
Out to his left. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. The sack will push him back only a couple yards, but certainly not what they were hoping for on 1st and goal. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Cook diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Here now, a 3rd down and 8. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. That is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Allen going to throw. That'll be complete to Cook. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Now Allen. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And again, it's Allen. He'll dump this off to Cook. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. The Bills on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. To the air, Allen. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And now here comes Kansas City. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
That sack doesn't change their offensive game plan. They always want to air it out and try and get the ball downfield quickly. They're going to have to block a little bit better, though, because the urgency and pressure just increase. Twice the distance now just to get a first down, and 1 less down to try and get it.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Throwing on second and long. Mahomes. It's complete. This is Starks. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. We've seen some big kicks in the NFL the last few years, and that one might just rank right up there.
And you know, you can hear the crowd react, right? But I was focused in on the sideline and watched them absolutely erupt. I don't know how many of them thought that he was actually going to make that kick, but how about how they felt when the ball went over the post?
The Bills' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Second and a yard at the 37-yard line.
Allen. And this is going to be intercepted. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the fourth quarter. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Throwing now is Mahomes. That's complete, left side to Worthy. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have a Chiefs first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. A handoff now for Pacheco. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to break our 4th quarter tie. Butker's kick here is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So it's another field goal here. He may need to ice his leg after this one. That's now 5 field goals converted in this game alone.
Yeah, get the trainer. They're going to need this guy, and they've needed every single one of the field goals he's made, too. If they're going to get out of here with a win, I say he gets a game ball.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bills ready to take over. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Allen now looks to throw. That's caught. It's Tutu Atwell. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Allen. And Cook has it, left side.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
But just a gigantic play here, both sides. This is 3rd and inches. That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Throwing, Allen. Right back to Atwell. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Here's Allen.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath. And lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
To throw is Allen. And this is Cook with a grab. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now Allen. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Allen. This will be caught at about the 5. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
At the 3-yard line.
Allen. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Pass on for the field goal. A 20-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely take the knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So four quarters couldn't decide it, and it'll be the Chiefs who get the football first in this overtime session. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
Now here's Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Look at the big fella go.
And finally taken down at the 15. A huge play there in overtime. 49 yards. Coaches love the rack run after catch, especially here in overtime. Took the short pass, turned it into a big play.
And that's what coaches talk about when they talk to their teams about what overtime means. How many big plays have to be made in order to win a ball game, and which play will be the big play. Short pass turned into a long run. Maybe that's the play that they needed to spring a victory.
And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. An absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at the concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got to overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans streaming out.